This is the Spartan Body Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Before we dive into the topic, if you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe, comment below, let us know what you take away, what you're going to apply to your life. If you're listening to the podcast, share this. Again, become a subscriber on whatever platform you listen to, Spotify, Apple, etc. Spread the word. Let us be a part of helping people take control of their physical, their mental, and their emotional. Here is the question: how can we get better sleep? How can we get better sleep? How can I sleep better? One of the things I want to recommend is that you create a rhythm, that you create a pattern for your evening shutdown cycle. A lot of people, right, you hear this all the time, the distraction. You got the phone distraction, you got the blue light, and so I got the blue light glasses, I got this, I got that, Here's a couple tips. Before we get into kind of a pattern, a rhythm, I think would be helpful. Here's a couple tips. Try not to eat 90 minutes before you go to bed. Again, let the food in your stomach digest. You're not digesting. You're not laying down and uncomfortable with digestion. Now, there's a whole thing on why we shouldn't eat late at night, and I think that scientifically that's a bunch of garbage. If you understand how the body works and how it processes, there's nothing magical about not eating at night. The only thing magical is that you're not, when people say, I'm not going to eat after 6 p.m., basically you're shutting down the temptation to eat a lot of junk. Most people eat the most junk at night. They get home from work, right? At work, you don't have your kitchen, your pantry. When you come home, you're tempted to graze. And what are you going to graze on? Chips and unhealthy snacks and the ice cream and the whatever. So again, there's nothing wrong with eating at night. Just make sure that you eat on plan. You eat strategically. But I would encourage you, try not to eat 90 minutes before you go to bed, just so that for comfortability's sake, for getting stuff out of the stomach's sake. The other thing is, be mindful to not drink 60 minutes before you go to bed, so that you have an opportunity to flush the majority of that out of your body, right? You go to the bathroom before you go to bed so that you're not tempted to wake up. You should be drinking a lot of water during the day. A gallon and a half of water. That's a lot of water. You're going to be peeing a lot. And so if you wait until night to drink a lot of that, you're going to wake up. You are going to wake up in the middle of the night to have to go to the bathroom. So I would encourage you, make sure that you aren't putting all of your water towards the end of your day, specifically the last 60 minutes before you go to bed. Try to finish your water intake before that mark, so that you can have one final bathroom moment before you go to bed and sleep through the night. Okay, just a couple tips there with eating, drinking before bed. Now, let's think about an evening rhythm and a pattern, something that's repeatable. So, I'll tell you my evening rhythm pattern. So, night, usually 8 to 10, right? I'm trying to shut down. I'm trying to unwind now. I'm still super tempted. I'm doing a lot of social media stuff then. I'm interacting. I'm kind of looking over stuff. I'm thinking stuff. So it's not a total shutdown for me, but that's just how I'm wired. But a lot of people, right, 8 to 10 or whatever in the evening, you're watching TV, you're just resting, you're relaxing. Great. The 30 minutes before you go to bed, at least the 15 minutes before you go to bed, but try to think in a 30-minute increment. What are you going to do 30 minutes before you want to be in bed? So the first thing is, what time do you want to be in bed and falling to sleep? Not in bed and then watching a show, not in bed and then having a conversation with your spouse, not in bed and then reading a book. I'm talking about in bed and now intentionally focused on going to sleep. That's how you have to, what time? And then try to make that time as consistent as possible, even on weekends. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to have the occasional night where you have the event, you go out, you have fun. But even on weekends, try to, if you can every night go to bed, fall asleep at the same time, you are going to be light years ahead in just the way Your body is going to respond, the way your mind is going to respond, the way your emotions are going to respond. Think about it. How many kids, you show me a kid that has a problem emotionally, they're just a bit of a basket case, a bit of a squirrel. One of the first things, I bet they do not have a consistent sleep pattern. And we need it. Kids need it. So do adults. I'm telling you, you will solve a lot of your problems if you just have more consistent patterns in your life. Our body, our physical, responds well to patterns. So let's first identify a time. So for me, that's 10:30. I want head on the pillow at 10:30. So now I'm going to back up. That means at 10, I got to shut off whatever I'm watching, whatever I'm doing. I've got to have a shut off moment and go, okay, we're done now. Now I got to transition into my to-bed routine. What is that? Now I'm going to come in to the bedroom, right? I'm going to take a shower. That's my thing. I want to take a shower and just, right, be warm, be comfortable, be clean. I'm kind of a cat, and so I just kind of want, right? I love showers, just want to be clean, want to just get everything kind of washed off of the day. So I take a shower, I brush my teeth. For my dentist's sake, I floss my teeth, and I put on my sleep right shorts, and I go to bed. So what do I do? Again, it's not, I don't need 17 steps, right? I need to make my whatever sleepy time tea, and then I need to do 5 minutes of meditation and 5 minutes of journaling and 5 minutes of seancing, and then I'm going to take a warm compress and put it to my temples and then to my forehead and then to my, right? Sometimes I think we make these routines so extravagant, so crazy, that there's no way we can repeat them or remember them. And again, there's nothing wrong. If that's what you want to do, man, awesome. Nail it. Just, it doesn't have to be complicated. But I would have a couple steps that are enjoyable for you, right? This is it's the same thing with a morning routine. Like, you hear a lot of talk, I got to get up and I got to do my meditation, I got to do my cold plunge, and and I just want to ask, cool, but is it enjoyable? Or are you doing it because some influencer entrepreneur told you that that's what they do and you want to be as successful as them, so you do it, but you hate it? It's a grind to you. It's torture to you. Again, maybe an ice bath is torture the first couple times, and then you start to enjoy it. Great. But if you're into your 7th time and it's still torture to you, stop it. What are we doing? It's just stupid. You need to be you. You need to figure out what works for you. Same thing with the evening routine. What works for you? Just because I tell you, mine is I shut things off, I go in, I take a shower, I brush my teeth. Maybe you say, you know what, I hate brushing my teeth. Then you know what? Have a funky mouth, have funky teeth, and don't brush. Maybe you're going to comb your hair. I don't have any hair, so it's not even an option. And what is it going to be for you? Maybe it is to make some sleepy time tea. Again, I don't want to be drinking, I drink too much water in the day. If I have anything a half an hour before bed, I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom. And I don't want to do that. So, but think about it for you. What is it for you? What are the things that you can put into that 30-minute window, 20-minute window, whatever you decide it is, that will help you go, yes, it allows us to go, our brain trains itself in these habits and rhythms and routines to go, this is what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to shut down. We're getting ready. Maybe what you can do while you're in the shower, or maybe while you're in your bathroom getting ready, you just start to think about good things. Gratitude. What are you thankful for in the day, right? That's another good thing. A lot of people struggle with anxiety and stress and worry. It's because when you finally shut down, your brain starts to get active, and what does it think about? All the things that are negative, all the things that are problems, all the things that are worrisome. How about instead you feel, because a lot of people think, well, what I need to do is just not think that. Okay, but how about you replace it with something? That's always a better strategy. Instead of just not doing something, what positive thing can you replace it with? So as you're getting ready for bed, maybe you think about good things that happened in the day, good things that are going to happen tomorrow, some things you're looking forward to. Put some positivity in your head. So have an evening routine. Be mindful of your when you eat, be mindful of what you drink and how long. Be mindful of that 30-20 minutes before you go to bed. Put a couple key things in there that allow your body and mind to go, this is what we're doing now. We're transitioning to sleep, transitioning to rest. Do some mind work if that helps, some gratitude, some thankfulness, some looking forward and some positivity. And then every night, and I just want to encourage you, what if you did this every night for 10 nights? Would you? I would love to see in the comments people that say, I'll do it. For 10 nights, I will choose a time. If that's right for me, it's 10:30. For you, it's whatever. You choose your own time, but nail that time. Say, I'm going to go to bed, and the 15, 20, 30 minutes before that, this is the rhythm. These are the 3 things. These are the 2 things. These are the 5 things. No more than that. These are the things I'm going to do to then prepare myself so my head is on the pillow at my said time, and boom. Do that for 10 nights in a row and tell me how you feel. I bet you will. I bet the results will be impressive. I bet you'll have nothing but good things to say. Try it. Life is all an experiment. Try things. And then assess. Is that time, does that work? If you go, man, I want 10 hours of sleep a night. Again, I think that's excessive for an adult. But let's say you're like, I would like to do that. Great. So I'm going to go to bed at 8 p.m. So you go to bed at 8 p.m. And guess what? You wake up you do it for a couple nights, and then it just seems every morning at 4 a.m. you're waking up. And you go, I want to sleep 10 hours. Well, guess what your body's telling you? You don't need 10 hours. You need 8. So then you go, oh, okay, well, I can adjust. Do I want to try 9:30 at night instead of 8? Because I still like going to bed early, or I can go to bed at 10. Assess. What works? Adjust. Did you find out you wake up in the morning? Did you find out you wake up in the middle of the night? And what do you need to adjust? What do you need to cut? Maybe you got to cut that sleepy time tea. Maybe you need to cut, right? I don't know. How do you feel? How's your mind react? How's your stomach feel? What's the anxiety levels look like? Assess and adjust. So, how do you sleep better? Create a rhythm, create a routine, create a pattern. Create that 30 minutes before you go to bed, wind down, and create a time when you will be to bed every night, and set it like clockwork. Build the habit. Try it for 10 days and be zealous about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Try it for 10 days and get back to me. I'd love to hear the results. Again, Seth Winterhalter. This is the Spartan, wanting you to sleep better so that your rest can give you good recovery day in and day out, so you can start the next day fresh with energy and vitality. If you're interested in coaching, we, again, don't do ongoing coaching. We have a program called the Spartan. It's a 90-day total mind-body reset. This is for people who feel like their health has not been the priority. And the reason why it's not been a priority is there's something going on in the mind, right? There's some work that we need to do. That's why it's a total body transformation. We're going to go after the physical. We're going to go after your nutrition, your activity, and your sleep and recovery. But we're also going to go after the mind. What limiting beliefs, what distorted beliefs, what abilities to not have motivation and priorities is leading you to where you've been. And so it's a 90-day total transformation where we will build the habits in you for then you to be in control of the physical, the mental, and the emotional of your life. So if you're interested in that, look us up. Go to thespartanprogram.com. Join the Facebook group, Spartan Body Mind. We'd love to see you there. Until next time.